This is what happens when I'm actually in charge of my own presentation. Oh, it started. Welcome to my presentation. This is just a taste of the visual splendor you will have upon your eyes. I've never done one of these before, and I submitted them last night at 12. So I hope you enjoy it. So I made this slide once I realized how many slides I had to make for this. And I had a little internal freak out moment. And I was quite upset. And I thought it would be just nice to give myself a buffer and you guys some breathing room to get excited for what this is going to be about. Just be patient. Okay, so I'm Brett again. The thing that I do is that I'm an animator. I work on video games such as Smack Studio and Hipwitch. So basically, I make cartoon characters run around and do kicks and stuff. And I also teach animation at a beginner level at Engine Room, which is like a creative tech course for young people. All this is to say that I am often obsessed with cartoon characters for no reason. And so I'm going to talk about Coco the monkey from Coco Pops, the cereal. Thank you. This is a very important topic to me. So, something that I think is interesting about cartoon characters is that they usually don't change that much over the years, right? Homer Simpson, it took a few years to kind of figure out his shape, but then he was basically the same. Same with Mario. They're consistent, reliable character designs that we come back to and can recognize. But Coco the monkey, on the other hand, is like a shapeless, formless being. He changes depending on what era we're in, what year it is, or what region we're in. You can see that beautifully 90s one at the top of the glasses. That one underneath him kind of looks to me more like some kind of bear. I don't trust him on my kid's cereal box, but that's him. Because other cereal mascots, the toucan from Fruit Loops and Jim the tiger, or whoever the fuck he is from Frosted Flakes, they are the same. They don't just change him every other week just because we love Jim. I forgot what the next slide is. Oh yeah. Well, meanwhile, with Coco, he's there's amazing discrepancies between ones on store shelves at the same time. Doesn't say Coco on his shirt, his hat, or the brim of his hat. These are the questions that no one else is asking. And honestly, it pisses me off. But anyway, that's kind of not the point. I'm actually here to talk about, secretly, my favorite version of Coco the monkey from the early to mid-2000s, which is coincidentally when I was a child. But I'm going to make a case to you that he actually is genuinely the best and most awesome Coco to exist, as you'll see in a second, although it's the same picture. So, as you can just see from looking at this, he's got Riz, he's got the drip, he's got the toned alpha male chest bulge, he's goated with the sauce and the chocolate milk, and I like how he can look cheeky and he can look cool at the same time. He's got different things going on, but it's not just the visuals that I like about this Coco, it was the stuff he got up to. Because when I was a kid, we used to watch ads on TV on purpose. And he was it was sick shit only. He wasn't oh, who stole the cereal? He's no, he's fighting a guy in a ring, or he's driving a fast car against a dinosaur. And there was always a call to action in these adverts. So it would be actually this contradicting myself. He'd be can you find the secret thing on the back of the box that somehow tangentially relates to the plot of this 30-second ad? So it was kind of it was like the MCU, but more pure, I would argue. But that's not all. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of this, but there used to be a Coco Pops website that wasn't just a website. It was a video game where you could walk around as Coco in Coco Town, and whatever was happening in the commercials was reflected in the game. There was Coco lore. I didn't expect to get this excited. I'm sorry. It was kind of like Gorillas, because there was the lore, there was the cartoon animations, and you could learn stuff on Google. And yeah, that's this entire slide. I have nothing else to add, and there's nothing else mentioned. Where am I going with this again? Oh yeah, so looking back on all this now as a 26-year-old man, it's not as cool, but I still think the animation holds up, but it's a bit hard to get behind like an actual advertisement as a 26-year-old, and I don't know why there's so much dump truck in all these ads. It was weird. But the other crazy thing is that this is like lost media. I could just be making this shit up because I can't find evidence of it. This is the only screenshot I could find of the website, and this is Coco complaining about Burglebird stealing his Beyblades. I have no idea what's going on here. I just found this picture. That's the maximum res I have of it. Sorry. What else? Right, and so like this is proof that I'm not crazy, because here's someone else being like, where the fuck, what was that Coco Pops thing from when I was 7? Surely there has to be someone else there, out there who is willing to carry the story forward, and that person's me. And that's kind of what struck me about this, is that this stuff is all gone. I mean, to find the snapshot of him driving a car, the only video I could find of the ad was a video of someone else watching the video. It's on YouTube. I'm getting YouTubeception. I don't know why that's... Why didn't he just rip it? I don't know. Anyway, the moral of the story is, I only have like 2 slides and I used one on 20. Coco the monkey is an exercise in accepting the impermanence of things, because he is always changing, he's always shifting, and even if I could go back to that website, I could still not see it with the eyes of a child, because that's gone. You know, no matter how well the information age, you know, brings things back. So this is a frequently asked questions. I toured this talk around the world, in many countries, and the first question I often get is, are you single? Strangely, yes. And the second question is, how long do monkeys live? And I didn't, oh, sorry.